Hi, this is Kristi from birdmentor.com, where I teach advanced skills to beginning birders. And thanks for joining me this morning. A few weeks ago, I had someone write in and ask if I would talk a little bit about posture, and I'm happy to do that. So let's start. Go ahead and just take everything out of your hands, if you will. Stand with your feet hip distance apart. Take a nice deep breath in. Go ahead and roll your shoulders back. What? Wait. Oh, bird posture? Right, of course. No, seriously, folks, I worry about some of you, though. Listen to what your mother said. Don't slouch. All right, so this tip I'm going to share with you today is going to help you get totally ready for spring. And if you live in Florida or one of the southeastern states, you can start applying this right away. You know how in the spring it becomes super hard to see the little birds as the leaves begin to open up? You know, each of those pale yellow-green leaves starts to look like a warbler or a goldfinch. It can drive a girl batty. And oftentimes all you get is just a split second to see some key feature that's going to help you at least identify what family the bird's in. And that's where posture comes in really handy. In my course, Advanced Skills for Beginning Birders, I talk about 7 different types of posture. And today I'm going to share 2 of the most common with you, vertical and horizontal. So you want to think about posture in relation to what the bird's standing on. Now, this isn't rocket science, of course, but it's really helpful. Okay, so a bird with vertical posture is standing more or less upright in relation to either the ground or the branch that it's standing on. You can think of like a hawk, for instance. It's a classic example of vertical posture. Horizontal posture is where the bird is standing more or less horizontal to the branch or the ground. Like think of a Vireo, for instance. It's a great example of horizontal posture. So here's a little test for you, wrapped into a story of mine from a bird walk a couple years ago. So it was early spring, and there was a group of us that was down by the river, and we were staring into the dense cover of a cottonwood tree because a little yellow bird had just dashed in there, and we were trying to figure out what it was. Now, this was already a pretty challenging situation because, first of all, we had been watching a small flock of American goldfinch in a nearby tree just a couple minutes before that. Also, there was a nice gentle breeze that was causing all those little yellow leaves of the cottonwood tree to make us each look like the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz. We were like, there. And it actually was just the leaves moving. And also, the other thing to add to the challenge was that we had just heard that a handful of warbler species had just come back into the area. So most people thought this was a lost cause to try and identify this needle in a haystack. But there were 2 people who didn't want to give up quite so easily, and they stuck it out. And eventually they ended up seeing just a glimpse of that bird in amongst the leaves. And later on, when I ran them through the 7 questions, they both agreed that this bird had a really distinct horizontal posture. So now I'm going to leave it up to you. What did they see? Was it the American goldfinch? Or was it the yellow warbler? Go ahead and leave your answers in the comment section below. And in just a couple days, maybe a week, I'm going to give you the answer to this question. And all you have to do is go to birdmentor.com/answers, and you'll find it there. And also, if you have a story of a bird that recently taught you a lesson, please go ahead and head on over to the Bird Mentor Facebook page and share your story there so everyone can learn from it. And until next week, please get out there and help spread some bird love in the world. Thank you.